Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We were about to head off so we can see the whole world, and that is exactly what we're gonna do now. So I hope you're ready for the ride, and let's enjoy the world of Eorzea. So yeah, let's hop right into it. I turned up the game a little so you guys can actually hear the beautiful music. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Ul'dah, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, madam. High Wind Skyway is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Yeah. Let's go! Yes. I'm not sure anymore if we go to Gridania first or Ul'dah, but I take both. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Yes, we're going to Gridania. These airships look like so much fun, like with the beautiful view and everything. Seven degrees and everything, like, oh, it seems so chill. Good fortune to you, Laura. Oh my god, please. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. You bet. May you walk in the light of the crystal. We will. That's where we got a crystal of light. Castrum Occidens? Looks a bit more techy than our airship.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarian sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Well, he's a cheerful one, isn't he? And you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Gridania, madam. The Elder Seeds here awaits your arrival. Greetings, good madam. You are the Lominsan envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray, make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the lotus stand where the Elder Seedsir awaits. Let's go. And the music is so... Just chill. Okay, we got the Eve right. I could do the Halloween event already. I think. Here the Lominsa envoy, begging your pardons, madam. Might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa. Please come with me.
So you are the Lominsan envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartno. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Guardian Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknown to us, the Guardians sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Delamud would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats, And there met the 8th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamu continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. Oh, it's the 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelope me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which had but moments before been aflame now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cartano. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer, yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity, which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You meanwhile are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond. Alright. Before we go to the airship, I kinda wanna get all the Ethernet shards here. Oops. Because I will thank myself later when I don't have to do all of this. can leave. I wouldn't walk in the wrong direction. And again. And we will board the ship now. First time I played this, I was stuck here for so long because I couldn't see the quest because I just didn't pay any attention. That I had to go down here. Until my sister told me that I was an idiot. That I had to go downstairs. Famed General Raban will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Please take the lift down to the Eusting Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. I will do that. The Lominsan envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. I guess the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Mervyn says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Raban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano, I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Guardians? So my counterparts have educated you. Kane's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming, just but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So I was with the Guardians 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legitus Solosos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabar to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its lights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 4 winters. His health is failing and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Guardians have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legitus Gaius van Belsor, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm-divided adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Guardians stir, and the elder Seedseer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we are to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Morbid will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people that their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. You're very welcome. You can now make use of the airship routes connecting the 3 nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare and guild. I'm a lady envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Lominsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Badron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Badron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Sounds good. But first, I have to get those. It's not like we can travel very far yet, but yeah. I will thank myself later. I just always have to tell myself that, like, later it's gonna be way worse. Having to run back and forth all the time. Especially since I don't have the Eve right yet. If I would have gone to the airship, I would have totally forgotten about it to get the Eve right. So it would have been a pain to come back here. Especially Ul'dah has one of the worst placed Eve rides. Like, it's just so far away from everything. And it's like a labyrinth, like everywhere. You walk in circles and then you walk up and down and... yeah. But yeah, collecting those, I mean, for some, it can be a nice break. Like, if you don't want to fight all the time. It's kind of relaxing. And we're already on the last one. Nice. And we're off. There. the airship landing here, I've also searched for so long until I realized that I, you know, was already there. But finding it again, that was so hard. I can just return. Oops. I hope I didn't have to talk to him anymore. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, Les. I'll be with you in... Well, if it ain't the one and only Ul'dah. I was told a distinguished venturer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that adventure being you, eh? Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get them by bleeding, Harry. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sastasha Seagrad, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Airport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But since that nasty business over in Swiftbirch, folk have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit. That's all they can do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you will permit me, Master Badron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Reiner? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I came to welcome Lura back to Limsa Lominsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Ailport in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Searoad included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Krulls had taken up residence in the caves, nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Sure? Then it is settled. Sastasha is located in western Lanosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult the Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, Les. To the Fisherman's Guild it is. I think that's why you look for all the Etherite shards, I guess. So you can just get there quick. You hear about Commodore Reiner's investigation, then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Ailport. Once you arrive in Western Inertia, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you need to face the dangers and undoubtedly waiting for you in the secret. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Ailport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty, no matter what the epic tales would have you believe. Strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Well, I know what I need to do. I'm fine, thank you. Or do you have to do that? Or okay, I mean, I really don't need that. And you won't need that either. You watch these videos, more or less. Are we gonna enter our first dungeon? But I like that they are like explaining what you have to do and you know how to play your role, because a lot of times you just see new tanks and healers and they have no idea what they're supposed to do. They don't know what AoEs are and everything. And I mean, you can't blame them, like they just don't know, right? Like obviously. So, and I mean, they're gonna be surprised themselves. They're like, oh shit, what is that, what is that, what is that? So I mean, it can be a little confusing when you don't know or you don't have anyone to play with. So I think that's really good that they do that. I don't think they did that back then, really. But on the other hand, like I did skip everything, so I would know. Please tell me you're here on that Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sought out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are. Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship scene zipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Yeah, let's go. I like that. So the way you can enter a dungeon is either you can use the entrance here, or you can use Duty Finder. To explain everything. And you can just select it and then join, and then you're in queue, and then you can enter. Like, don't expect an instant queue like this. If you're a DPS, like, you might be waiting for a while. But as a tank, and most of the time also healer, you should be instantly in there. Like, you can skip that, but I mean, if it's your first time having a look at it, it's pretty cool. If you're a tank, always turn your tank stance on. I guess they want to head on. If you know mobs have AoEs, just face them away from the party so they don't get into trouble. Oh, why did you do that? technically I could use my shield, but... Oh my god, that dude. I'm squishy, man. Oh my god. See, don't do that. Especially when you don't know if your tank is alright. Like, don't pull everything. Like, their gear is really bad. They're gonna be down like so fast. They don't know when exactly what is gonna show up and everything. Like, man, just don't do it. I mean, like, I kinda know what I have to do, but they don't know that. I could be just a beginner that has no idea what to do. Walk towards them makes it harder to Sastasha just let him die. One is missing, no? Oh. He's over there. What's he doing over there? No. I'll go back to the bad one. Actually, faster systems in the lift or elevator. Alright, but I need to eat something, so I will make a quick cut here and see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye. And we are back. Let's continue the main story. Aye, such a task was on the books, was mined. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. It should be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha. It would seem that ship has not only sailed but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity, we dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal. Lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small, it matters not, only have a star to reach for and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and the tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha. Of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lass, you always do. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania. See, seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer. What can get things done? For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade, but after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know, but whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it pose any trouble for an adventurer as survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mioun. My counterpart in Gridania, good luck, lass. Alright. Get the esthetician. Damn, that is so much that you have to do. What the hell? guess we have to go to Gridania anyways. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our wages will come to take your... Oh, not here to dine. There, I hope that you're the adventurer Bedron sent word about. You are the matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bion, and the Carnine Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details and I shall brief you. I'm so ready. Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mion, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward. And good evening to you too, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud there lies an underground burial site called the Tam-Tara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen sulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the exile at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelves Wood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Of course. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments, that is all. Be careful out there, you hear. May the crystal guide you and keep you. I want my mount. I really want my mount. Oh well. You're Laura Ul'dah, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your... Oh, Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it to the lamps of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that is now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Where's my instant cube? Yeah, these monsters, if you're 10 levels or higher than them, they... Yeah, I'm not higher. They will not attack you, so I guess a level 12 monster like these, they shouldn't attack me. Yeah. There we go. That's the thing with the earlier dungeons, like almost no one does them. Except if you do like the duty roulette, the leveling one. But there are not too many people that do them. That's how you die. That wasn't optimal. No, we don't have to go there. Oh my god. That's the thing, healers don't stand next to the tank. You never know whether there's an AoE or something. The tank usually tries to position themselves in a way that if there were more monsters coming, they would see the tank first, so they would walk to the tank, not to someone else. So don't do what that healer is doing. Just don't. Like, I mean, especially when you have a new tank. Like, for me, I mean, it's just annoying, but it's not like it's bad. Exactly what that healer does? Don't do that. Because then exactly this happens. See, that's the thing. They're just standing there. Technically, we could have already gone there, opened it, but no, because they just all had to stand there. It's good luck. Like, they have no idea what they have to do. I can placate because he's invincible. For some reason the healer is still standing right next to me. I mean, you can blame them, like, they just don't know, but just when you enter a dungeon, just keep your eyes open. Like, I really don't want to walk all the way back. Welcome back to I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deepcroft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. Badron's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Beau Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences, as if to illustrate the point. Avir's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. To the hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving and it will be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. They're friendly. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. And by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? I thought Ada sounded familiar. Don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Seems like this have become all too common. It makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word and I will be glad to share the details with you. The details, once again, just go there, they will tell you. You're not averse to taking a little trip, wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now, off you go, Lura, and good luck. That's what I thought. Okay, now to Ul'dah. And we also need to go to the Alchemist's Guild. There. Welcome to the Quicksand Front. I'm a tad busy right now if you wouldn't mind showing yourself too. Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Lura Ul'dah by any chance? Mune sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle, doubtless. You're eager to get started. So let's talk business, shall we? The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this winsome lass is the much lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I'm Papa Sean. Formerly of the Sultan's Warren, I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Maybe you'd like to apprise Laura of her mission. Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Son's Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncaires? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Foreign Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncaires to work their mines by way of enchanted elms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncaires, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there had been an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for building materials. I guess not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the vision will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you put an end to the sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines are in Western Fanaland. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing, you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painter Misa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. To the adventurer, who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got skills to go with him, cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncaires left the place in a right state and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nations resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Well, let's go to the Copperbell Mines then. I can use that. Western phenomenon. That's why we got all the shards. We can just do this. Let's go into Horizon really quick to attune to the Aetheryte. And off we go. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are tamed, but for your own safety I suggest you stay well away from here. But you're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecatomb chaos. I didn't think that Papachon would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. I don't know if at this point it's a better idea to just go with NPCs. No, they're kind of a headache at the moment. Like those people. Yes, might as well try. Oh. I will make a quick cut so you guys don't have to wait with me. And we're back. We made it. See, this team is actually good. I like this party. They're waiting for each other, they're being nice, they're just chilling. Like, there are just some mechanics that you will have to learn in this game. Like this, for example, used to be way different this time. So yeah, it took some time. Whoop. Upgrades. I think this fight is also completely different. 2 commendations. Nice. Back to Ul'dah. At some point I will need to find a salesperson so I can sell my my gold. Alright, before we hop into the instance, I'm gonna stop here. We will see each other in the next part, which is gonna come out tomorrow. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions, or you just want to say hi, and obviously subscribe if you want to. Thank you very much. Bye bye.